Recently, I wrote an article called Making the Right Investments with the Every Damn Day program. And I was really proud of this article. In there, I talk about three things. I talk about physical fitness, investing in physical fitness, investing in mental fitness, and then investing in your spiritual fitness. I actually want to focus on the physical fitness today, and we'll talk about that right now. Thank you so much for coming back for another episode. So on the topic of physical fitness, I actually want to let everybody know, I found out something new, something you don't know and something I didn't know. August is Wellness Month. And so in the sense of all of us trying to be better, focus on our wellness, I want to share with you some of the things that I've been doing for my wellness from a physical perspective, from a supplement standpoint, as well as what I'm doing from a diet standpoint. Many of you I've mentioned, I've said that I'm working with a nutrition coach. And the nutrition coach has given me some great advice and great input, and I've put that to good use. We're now transitioning from maintenance mode over to a cut for the next 12 weeks. And so now I want to share with you some of the things I've been doing from a supplement standpoint. And then I'll talk to you about what we're doing from the nutrition standpoint. So why don't we go over to the kitchen and then let's see what I've been doing. So in continuing with the discussion about what I'm doing to invest in myself, we've talked about every damn day and my fitness routine, but I want to get a little more granular in what I'm doing kind of on the side with that. And there is a lot of supplements that I'm adding in to help me out. And I've been really refining this more and more, and I'm probably still going to do some more refining as well. One of the things that I am doing is I will take some powdered supplements. In particular, I'm doing some creatine monohydrate. And I get these from bulksupplements.com. They're actually pretty cheap and they work really well. I've also been doing some amino acids. This is something one of my trainers actually recommended. And I'll do this and this as well, D-aspartic acid. This is more for trying to build up some testosterone. And my philosophy here is my testosterone was pretty low. I could just tell, I knew, because my metabolism was really low and I just wasn't doing very well. So I've been doing this to supplement. I will probably wean these out. My muscle building has been growing quite a bit to the point that my metabolism is fired up, that I can probably just stick with the creatine as well. Now, the one disadvantage to these is they taste horrible. And so what I've been doing is I add some Propel. This is actually a 0-calorie, no sugar flavoring, which is great. However, I don't recommend taking too many of these in a day. It really messes up with your electrolyte level. Even though it says it's for helping with your electrolytes, this is only salt, basically. And so you need more than just salt for your potassium levels. What I like to do is I like to prep all of my supplements into one of these. You'll notice these are like little baby things, for formula and such. And I'll actually fill the 3 chambers in here so that I have them all ready to go, because you don't want to put your supplements in the water and leave them for long. I like to be prepared for the week. And so this is all part of my weekly preparation, where I have all this ready to go, so I'm not slowed down by having to prep all of this. I'll do it on a Sunday night. I'll pour in everything into my containers, and then what I will do is I'll have my water jugs, and I'll just refill the water jugs with water, put those in the refrigerator as I need them so they're nice and cold, and then I get up in the morning and I dump my supplements in. What I also do, and I use the supplements, by the way, during the workout. So I'm drinking this during my workout. There's a lot of discussion about whether or not you should do your creatine and everything before, after. I've read a lot of stuff. I've watched a lot of videos on it. During is just fine, and so I do it that way. I'll actually do some whey protein afterwards, and I like to also prep those ahead of time. So I put these in these little containers and have my shakers ready to go so that I can just dump those in. Again, the idea is to keep the powder and the nutrients as fresh as possible so that they don't start to decay. There is obviously a time in which they will start to get worse. Some of the other supplements that I'm doing, and this is one of the interesting things that I've actually learned over the last 6 to 7 months. I used to be a very heavy zinc user, and I stopped taking zinc last year, and I really got very sick over the winter. And I really think that this is part of the reason why. Zinc is important for immune system, but it's also important for testosterone as well. And so I've re-added the zinc back in. I had to really fight to get this, by the way. When coronavirus hit, this was almost impossible to get a hold of because everybody else had the same idea I did. Get zinc now and build your body up. So I was able to get a year's supply when I got it, so I'm ready to go. But something else I'm doing too is some calcium and some magnesium as well. These items are helping out with some testosterone and recovery. One of the things that I've been trying recently is turmeric. And I've been trying this as a way to reduce some of the reaction from the soreness that I'm getting. And one of the things I found is after a major workout, the soreness, no matter how much water I would take in to try and reduce the soreness I would experience, I would just get really lethargic and really tired. I started adding this in every morning. As soon as I did that, I noticed that finally started tapering off for me. So it made a huge difference adding that into my morning supplement routine. So this is what I'm doing from a supplement perspective. I take a few other supplements. I take a daily as well and a few other supplements on a daily basis. But this is just a sampling of what I'm doing here. And this is every day. I even do this on the weekends and keep this going. I don't want to fall back on the creatine. I don't do creatine loading. I used to. I don't do creatine loading in case you're wondering. Something else I do as part of my investment in myself is I've been working with a nutrition coach, and we've been working on keeping me in maintenance. And something I've been doing a lot of, and I've actually been doing some of this even before working with my nutrition coach, is do meal prep and to have the right food selection. So what I've been doing every week is I will prep a salad every week, and I will do a chicken. I do chicken breast for all of my salads, and I make sure to prep the chicken ahead of time. What I'll do actually is I'll cook chicken for 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll take what I need for the week and put it in the salads, and the rest of it I'll just freeze and put it in the freezer so that I'll thaw it out on the weekend as I prep the next round of salads for the week. So this takes the difficulty out of what am I going to eat for lunch. And since I work from home, it's perfect. I just come and pull it out of the refrigerator and it's here. So all I got to do is take it out, and then I add I'll add a little light ranch dressing to it, because after a while having it plain kind of gets to you. But I do flavor the chicken with whatever. Sometimes I do a little barbecue sauce, just a little, and add some flavoring to it. Now something else that I'm doing is adding in some healthy carbs. And I've been doing this more, and as I'm getting ready to start my fat cut that I'm doing this week. This is going to be going on for about the next 10 to 12 weeks. This is going to become more prevalent. Part of my issue with electrolytes is getting the right balance. And I find that it's so difficult because I sweat so much that I've really got to get those electrolytes balanced as much as I can after I lose so much water. So 2 of the things that have really helped: bananas, potassium, and I really, and while I still use some of the Propel to actually help with some of that electrolyte, I need more than that. So I get the bananas, and I'll go through a couple of bananas at minimum a day. If I do a heavy cardio session at night, sometimes I do that a couple of nights a week, I'll do an extra banana because I'll need that potassium for part of the recovery. Something else I have discovered as well, along with the turmeric, was watermelon. Watermelon is huge in helping you with your electrolyte recovery. And there was one day I found that I was really dragging. I was really having a hard time after being so sore, and just the water wasn't enough that day. I finally just sat down. I had a big giant bowl of watermelon, and by the afternoon I finally started to pick back up again, and I was doing a whole lot better. And then for me, just adding in an apple or an orange with my actual lunch and try to incorporate more of the healthy carbs in my diet has been a huge help for me as well. Something that's, I've had to learn a lot about carbs, and I always being told that carbs are bad, terrible for you. Carbs are not bad for you if you're eating the right carbs. Yeah, occasionally I still have a little piece of cake or a muffin here and there. I have a bagel every morning as part of my recovery from my workout to replenish carbs back in my system. And that's worked out really well, and I've really enjoyed that. So this is just some of what I'm doing to invest in myself from the kind of in tangent with my workouts and along with my nutrition and now my fat loss. And I'm going to share a little more about this as we go throughout my journey here in the next few months with my fat cut that I'm doing as part of trying to lose my weight and get down to 15% body fat. Now, one thing I did forget to mention was protein is very important as far as recovery goes from any workout, especially since I'm doing a lot of weight training. This is where a lot of my focus is. And one of the things that I do like, I know this is going to sound like an advertisement, but I really like these, is the Premier Protein. And it's great because it's low in sugar, only 1 gram of sugar. So the carbohydrates are really low. The fat content is also really low. It tastes really good. I've used the other ones out there, and you know, I won't name any, Muscle Milk, and Muscle Milk's okay. I don't mind it, but I like these a whole lot better. And the main reason for it is I get a higher count on the protein, but also, like I said, these taste a whole lot better, and the sugar is so much lower. I use those for when I just find I need a protein intake to keep because I really, about 190 grams of protein is what I need to take in a day. And sometimes it's hard. You can't eat all meat all the time, so I need other sources of protein. And sometimes I just need an extra shake to get to that final number for the day when I finally need that. So I recommend those, and everything that I've used, I recommend it. You don't have to do it, but if anything that you take from this video, find ways to improve yourself and invest in your body. Invest, and by investing, you're putting money into these things that you're taking in to help your body feel better and focus on that wellness for yourself. Yeah, working out's great, but if you're not taking in the right nutrients and the right things to help your body recover and to build itself back up, what's the point? Anyway, thank you so much for coming back. We're going to keep talking about investing in yourself throughout the month of August. And hey, if you like what you see here, you want to see more episodes, I got another one over there that I think you might enjoy. Take a look at that. Also, let me know down below what you think. I want to hear feedback. And hey, subscribe and like. The likes help me. They help bring more people to my channel to take a look at my episodes. So like what you see and share this with your friends or anybody you know who needs help from a mental health perspective or who needs help getting out of their depression. That's what I'm here for, folks. Hey, I love all of you guys. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again in the next episode.